I'd like to call to order the Select Board meeting of December 29, 2020. We'll lead with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge
So,
allegiance
to the
to the
flag
flag
of
of
the
the
United States of
America,
America and
to the republic for which
for which
it
it
stands,
stands, one
one
nation,
nation,
under
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with
with
liberty,
liberty,
and justice for all.
justice for all.
All right, I'll take a motion to open the meeting.
So be it.
Is there a second?
Second,
All right. Board meeting is now open. New business. We have warrant number 170. Anthony, do you mind doing the honors?
Sure. This is, as you said, warrant 170 in the amount of $61,709.70.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
second,
All right, the warrant is now open for discussion.
I do have a question.
For it.
I'm not sure what page it's on. I didn't disclose my computer, but on the Jones case,
Yes.
yeah, Thompson is on there. Mr. Thompson,
Yes.
is that? an-
That's the appeals board attorney.
Okay. So what's the other? There was another one there with a list of attorneys.
Correct. So that was the planning board's attorney. So the planning board needed assistance from an attorney in drafting findings of fact for the appeal. And then, so that disqualified our usual law firm of Bernstein and Schur from representing the appeals board, since the appeals board would be ruling on what their attorney drafted findings of fact from the planning board. And so we were going to use Mike Hodgins for the appeals board, but his partner in his law firm is representing one of the parties in that case. So both Mike and our usual attorney, Phil Socher, recommended this attorney from this other law firm.
Okay, I kind of thought that's what it was, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not better.
That's better.
I was like, I moved the desk and I was like blinded by the light, but it's my halo. So I had a couple of questions. On page 8, check number 20796. We have it split out with bulk salt delivered, and then we have bulk de-icing salt deliveries ×2. What is the difference?
I believe those were on different dates. Let me look here real quick. Yeah, let me check. Let me check the invoices.
Price the same?
There's 3518, 3525, and 3365.
I think that was a ton of,
Yeah, so there were two different deliveries, one of 34.01. I don't know if that's pounds versus something else, but it was just two different invoices.
two different deliveries, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I wasn't sure where they were labeled differently, if we had anything we were adding something to, and I didn't think we were.
And these are of course invoices that are passed along to us from Dave Stevens.
Okay. Then we had 2 lien discharges.
Okay.
That's check number 20799.
Are you wanting to know the parties involved in that?
Yeah, you were like popping out a notice and we didn't get one on this, but I know it's the end of the year and cattywampus, so.
So one of them is for Stephen Lafreniere. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. The other is for Sandra Barton.
Yes, nice job pronouncing that French name, by the way.
Me-
All right, and then 20801, $75 for the town office shredding. And I'm
Yes.
just wondering if we're doing that shredding on site for that, and if so, where we've purchased the commercial shredder for the transfer station, is it possible that we shred our own sensitive documents with?
Yeah, we could. I'll have to talk with Kenny about that. Of course, that $75 is a huge, huge bin of documents that's collected throughout the year. And so I'll have to see if, with our shredder at the transfer station, we have to manually feed those into the shredder. So I'll see if that's something that our transfer station staff could accommodate.
Okay, I just was like, well, if we bought it, maybe we can save ourselves a little bit of money. It's not a whole lot. That's all I had. Anybody else have anything?
I did not.
All right, seeing none. Kathy, what's your pleasure?
Yes.
And Dan, yours?
Yes.
Yes.
And Ernie?
Yes.
All right, 5 yeses, 0 nos. Warrant is done. Now, I didn't get a
So-
chance to respond to the email today. Do we want to chat about that for 2 seconds, or do we just want to talk about
I
that
think
later?
we should adjourn the meeting and then talk about it outside the meeting, I guess. We're done with the warrant, and that was the only thing that was on the agenda.
Right. So we do just have to be cautious doing business outside of the board meetings.
Yeah. So what's your question, Melanie, about the email?
So I didn't have a chance to touch base with Bonnie. I did have 2.2 seconds and I pulled up the climate change link. So really my only thought was I did see Dan's response because I'm not sure why they want a warrant article, and it seems to be the volunteer organization is putting that forward, but our warrant usually deals with money.
Yeah. So they have changed their tack after we talked about it a little bit. And so they may be at Tuesday's meeting during the public comment session, just to see if you guys would entertain having a presentation at some future date where they can make their case as to why, in their minds, that the town should send a letter to our federal and state representatives just to encourage them to take action on reducing carbon emissions.
I spoke to her and I told her to ask for your blessing to speak at public comment. And I said, short and sweet, we're not gonna listen to a big story. I said, if there's something the board wants to discuss, then at the next meeting or whenever there's a free period in one of the meetings, let's get some talk.
Okay, because that was my thought, was it didn't have to be a warrant article, so there wasn't a race to get it on the town
can't.
warrant.
It's
And-
done for this year. They can't
Yeah,
do it.
it's more like a proclamation and the town says that we support this and then it goes off. So,
Well, like I told Anthony, you don't want to start adding those to our warrant, even
Nope.
if it comes in as a petition. I don't think we have to accept it because it has nothing to do with budgetary or anything else. You start taking stuff like that and add it warrant articles. I can think of 15 things that I think we ought to tell the state that they ought to change. You want to have 15 more warrant articles?
I bet you'll have even more now.
So
So I did back to our warrant lickety split. We only paid the hospice volunteers on this one. We usually have like a stack of them. Did we miss hospice volunteers?
So we have
No.
been paying as those letters come in. So they actually invoice us for
Okay.
that. We don't just automatically send it. And so we actually called them to remind them that they needed to send us an invoice so that we could release. the funds.
why did we do that? We could have saved some money. They don't ask for it. We need to pay it.
Daniel.
We're gonna take the postage out of that.
There were 2 of them that you paid off this time.
Correct.
There wasn't just the one. What was the other one? Anyway, it doesn't really matter what it was, but I noticed that there were 2 of them that you had paid in this warrant.
I only caught one in my quick pro.
It was the area on aging.
Ah,
That's
you.
what it was. Old
Eric
folks,
Agency.
yes.
Yep.
I remember those old folks.
All right, we're into 6 minutes on the meeting.
All right.
Thank you.
Kathy
Thank
made a
you.
motion to adjourn.
Thanks for the
I'll
reminder,
make that
Rick.
motion.
Are you
Second.
Everybody seconds. All those in favor? Happy New Year, you guys.
Thank you.
Happy New Year and thank you very much.
Thanks.
Enjoy your birthday, Rick.
Thanks.
Enjoy